What's up, world? I'm Chris Hall, and this is the Seis Figures interview. I'm here with the homies, Dame P and Derrick Duncan. What's going on, y'all?
Yo, what's poppin' with it, man? What's going on with it?
What it is. Chilling, man.
Loving this good morning.
Seis.
Glad y'all came through. Thank you for coming to bless us with some knowledge real quick.
It's all love, bro.
So yeah, man, I guess let's start this off with, are both of y'all from Atlanta?
Well, nah, born and raised in Macon, Georgia, Mactown, 478. But, been up in the city since like around 2011, so about 7 years now. So it's like my second home, but definitely Macon, Mactown, number one.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much the same for me as well. I was raised in Macon. I moved around like when I was 5 or whatever. I was born in Grand Forks, North Dakota, because my mom's in the military or whatever.
Grand Forks?
Grand Forks, North Dakota, man.
No, that's...
Yeah. It's called Big Silverware.
Wow, that's... I'm trying to think. That would be like, so, where do you think Dame P is not from? That would be number one on the list.
That would be number one.
So Grand Forks.
Yeah.
So how'd you end up down here in Atlanta?
Went to school down here, Georgia State, and then I actually finished school down here, but I came 2010.
Degreed up.
2011, yeah.
That was up.
Yeah, definitely, man. Trying to do something.
Well, next, I wanted to be a little unconventional and ask y'all a question that, like, not many people ask. So, what music do your parents love? Because I think that shapes, even if you don't like it, that still shapes the way you listen to music and what you like.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. My mom, she like the old R&B, man. R&B all day, like Drew Hill, Jagged Edge.
Okay, so yeah,
Man.
so...
I mean, even older stuff like Peabo Bryson, and like my mom's a fan of those, like Johnny Osbourne. Like she really Jeffrey Osbourne, my bad. It's just a fan of a lot of people, man. Honestly, like tons. But yeah, just old school R&B, man. Like,
so soul and R&B.
Yeah, soul R&B for
okay.
sure. Like, but '90s for sure though. Like she really was a big '90s. Like everybody in the '90s, Case. Like Next, Blackstreet,
so
like
your mom's a little younger.
Man, everybody. You said what?
So your mom's a little bit younger.
A little bit, yeah. She's about to be 50 now, though.
Right. Okay. So like my mom is
more her. Yeah,
62.
she was in 67. Oh, yeah, 67 when my mom age. So yeah, 70s, 80s was
And so my mom's 62, so she likes like funk and Earth, Wind and stuff.
Okay.
That's interesting. That difference. What about you, bro?
My folks was starting with my mom. Like she was into all the '90s shit too, but she was like into like the Earth, Wind and Fire and all that shit too. But she, like I said, the '90s shit too, but also like hip hop shit. Like she fuck with like Rakim and Eric B and shit like that. And,
Okay, so like boom bap shit.
Yeah, boom bap shit. But my pops, he was more into like reggae and shit like that. Like he was in like reggae and like funk and shit.
That's
like
interesting.
That. So like I listened to a lot of.
Was it like Bob Marley reggae, or was it like a Yellow Man or like dancehall?
So like dancehall, like he didn't really fuck with dancehall. He was more traditional, like reggae. Like for example, like obviously Bob Marley and the Wailers, and you got goddamn Steel Pulse and a whole bunch of different like real artists and shit, like Mortgage Family, Heritage. Like there's some good shit.
Bullet.
Yeah. back out. Not for real though, like I really listened to a lot of that shit growing up. But like I said, my mom was into like, Earth, Wind and Fire. But I really got my taste in music from my mom. She was so open to everything. Like I said, like especially the hip hop shit too.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So that kind of ties into what I want to really ask and get to know about y'all next is what inspired y'all to make music. Like not your influences, but was there anything in life, like any moment or any set of experiences that kind of steered you toward music?
Well, for me, like I'll say, I remember hearing Tony Braxton, "Unbreak My Heart." That was like the first song I remember hearing, right? Like by myself. And shit,
like what song? Tony Braxton.
"Unbreak My Heart." So like the first time you listen to a song like.
Sorry, my mind blowing right now.
Yeah, no, I know. But like, you know how like the first time you listen to music like by yourself and you're listening to something like you put it into the tape deck and you play it, like you press play yourself and you listen to it by yourself with Tony Braxton. I remember listening to that song, like, damn, this is like a dope ass song. I like this song, like how she was sounding and everything. It was just so like, it sounded like a movie. So like,
Yeah.
So when hearing now, like, damn, I wanted to sing. I was like, came up like more on some.
That's
R&B
dope that
shit
you had
first.
that kind of ear at such a young age.
Yeah, for sure. And from there, I just like listening to hip hop and shit, but mostly like listening to 50 Cent though.
Yo, Get Rich or Die Trying left an impression on me too.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely changed my life forever.
And but did you hear, just a small on the side note, gotta ask, the Power of the Dollar? Like, he had a whole album before he dropped Get Rich.
Matter of fact, my favorite song from Good Die Young is on that.
Yeah, what song is that?
They say The Good Die Young. I guess
Yeah, oh, that's right.
a long time.
I had one of the singles. Like, this is back when I had all of my I had my turntables back in the day.
Yeah.
And I went to a Fat Beats. Is it Fat Beats? Down there, did you ever buy records?
Not in Atlanta. Well, if I did in Atlanta over there, little 5, but I used to buy records in Macon.
Well, there was a shop that I pulled up and I met David Banner's college roommate, this big white dude named like Mega or some shit, and he would sell me DJ records in green and like lime green vinyls, and they were always unlabeled.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like that's why I had that 50 Cent jump.
Yeah, he had some shit on that, man. His mixtape shit was hard.
That is what's up. But what about you? You know.
Shit, for me, man, like I kind of like dabble with the music like a little bit, like. Shit, man, even, like, me and him used to do shit on MySpace, like, where we had, like, you know, like, raps and shit, and we'd be competing, you know, on the blog posts and shit.
Yeah.
We used to put raps on that bitch. Like, we used to put raps on that bitch and battle each other on that bitch. And, yeah, like, that shit was crazy, yeah.
Words.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. But, like,
Sandman, right?
Yeah, Sandman and shit.
That's crazy how like-minded dudes would relate in the early internet days.
Yeah, I know. It's just wild, man. That shit crazy. I was thinking about this shit the other day. I was like, damn, man, like, that's fucking crazy. But, I mean, like, as far as, like, just taking the music serious, like, it really probably happened for me, like, when I was, I first got the one bedroom by myself in Atlanta. It's probably, like, 2012, 2013. One of those, and man, I was just in the crib by myself, man, just listening to tons of music, man. I just, you know, just goddamn got the hella blunts and, you know, just everything, man. Just thinking about what I wanted to do and shit. Yeah, man, music just came to the goddamn, you know, the forefront for me, man. That's
dope. So like, kind of a journey of like self-exploration through music.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And it just like it wasn't like, you know, one specific song or nothing like that. It was just all of it all together, man. Like, yeah, just wanted to make music and wanted to do something for myself, really, man. Express myself and shit.
You can't pick what calls you to music, but like even though I don't make it, I would say that I love it as much as someone who makes it because I never get tired of it. Whether it be, you know, Tribe or like the new shit, like the Lil Young, blah 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 blah. Yeah. I like all of it, but that's dope, man. It's like that's kind of what got y'all to music. That's how like you got introduced to her. But tell me a little bit about like the actual music that influences y'all's music. So. Like earlier, before we hopped on, I was talking to Derrick about how on his albums I can hear some Tribe, you know, I can hear some some Far Side in there, like I hear like some real like spoken tongues shit, but that's not the only vibe I get. But you definitely, I don't know, it sounds like how like Jay Electronica is a brother from the South. But when you hear him, you don't really, there's layers to it.
Yeah. And I think with that, I was influenced, now don't get me wrong, I love the South and I was influenced by a lot of Southern music, but I was influenced by more West Coast and up North, East Coast shit.
Really?
For sure. Like, I remember, like, you know, I was born in 92 when the Chronic dropped. So, like, I listened to the Chronic for sure growing up. My mom had that playing, that Dr. Dre Chronic, the Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. And, of course, like, I was into, like, you know, Biggie, Nas. You know, I would listen to Jay-Z, but I really started listening to
Hot take. Nas over Jay-Z?
Oh, nah, Jay-Z opened up.
Okay, no. I only ask because shout out to Nas, the God MC, but whoever was signing off on like the final beats on a lot. This is something like I feel like only me and DJ Vlad have this in common.
Yeah, I've been peeping that too. He been talking about that in a lot of interviews. But I'm gonna keep it G. Like they were saying like what he did it on purpose. Like he didn't want it. He thought it would be easy just to rap on the hottest beats and shit like that. Now to be honest, in my opinion, Illmatic, them beats hard.
Oh, without question.
Yeah. You
What?
know what I'm saying?
No,
But Hov just had like that.
We're gonna get back to this influences discussion. But I heard Large Professor talking about making beats and how like him hearing all the other beats that Nas was getting made his beats better because his thing was the collaborative. I don't want to be the worst beat on this project. I have to stand out. So yeah, man. So like tell me about what it's like working with producers. Oh wait, my bad. Rewind real quick. We were going through the artists or like the music that kind of inspired you, and we were talking about Nas.
Yeah, nah. I say that. Like I said, East Coast, West Coast shit. Biggie for sure. Listen to a lot of Biggie, but like I said, 50 for sure. Like 03 was like 02, 03 was big around that time.
You and Schoolboy Q?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
Both of y'all list him as high references.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, he was something different. Like it was just something different. He changed the game for real, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, like definitely Outkast, Goody Mob for sure. And I think that's why like overall, like I'm like rounded because East Coast, West Coast, down south, and R&B. Like pretty
You
much
really ain't missing out on nothing but the Midwest.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sleep,
I have to put you on like it's
it's
cats.
Twister.
It's cats.
Twister,
like
Murphy Lee.
Twister, Do or Die. You got Rich the Factor. We trying to get Rich the Factor on the podcast.
Okay, I gotta check him out.
Oh man, Rich is like he epitomizes Kansas City. Like so does Tech Nine, but Rich, like that's the shit that like the young dudes and the old dudes, everybody bumps Rich. Okay. It's weird because he just got an Instagram. I don't even know what he looked like until recently.
Damn.
But Dame, what about you? What was that shit that kind of?
I mean, of course, all of the stuff that you said, Tribe, Farside, like we fuck with that. But that was like later on. Like I was a big Wayne fan.
Yeah.
Huge Wayne fan. Probably the biggest Wayne fan of life. At one point, like it was one point where I was literally only listening to Wayne. Wayne would come up with a song every day. Like it'd just be, all right, it's a new Wayne to drop. Like, all right, I gotta find it on this site. Like LimeWire, I gotta put it here. Like, man, Wayne had it all. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Question about Wayne, bro. Did you like Wayne when he first started Young Money before it was a label, the Squad mixtape?
Oh yeah, come on.
Remember,
man.
bro? That's how I came. That's how I
yeah.
discovered for real Lil Wayne is the Squad mixtape.
Okay.
My homeboy had the Squad 5 mixtape, and he that this is the way we ball. This is the way we ball freestyle.
He really put me on Lil Wayne.
Bro,
like
Lil Wayne,
I always thought Lil Wayne was like,
everybody say he was trash. Like,
but then like I heard him,
everybody got
and then like I was in 8th
school.
grade, and that's when I heard that.
I'm gonna tell you, it were two songs he played that kind of like, okay, hustle music and money on my mind.
Money on my mind, like
shit. Let me hear this shit.
But I think the Lil Wayne song that really made me a super fan was the Love of My Life freestyle on Squad 5.
Okay.
It was those freestyles, man.
Yeah.
Like
the one that made me like a stupid fan was Dedication. Like the first Dedication was just so crazy to me. Like for real, he snapped on everything.
Because
on that
that's
bitch,
back when he had he was on his Gucci Mane shit with all the mixtapes, and they were all fire. That's the thing about Wayne is there was so much music, but it was all fire. So Lil Wayne is really
definitely like
a large inspiration.
He was a huge influence. Like
that's what's up.
Okay. Shout out to Wayne, man.
Yeah, shout out to Lil Weezy, man. We need some new music. Like, we need, a real new project. I'm still listening to Sorry for the Wait, too, my man. Like, And like, bro, I'm a Wayne fan. Like that song, "Love Me" with Drake and Future. That's not even like a Wayne song. That's just the most recent shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, we love Wayne.
Definitely, man.
Wayne.
You got to, man. Man. If you just like hip hop, man, you come on. Man.
At
Like,
some point, Wayne was that guy.
Like
He was just.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Wayne is still that guy, but Wayne is aging gracefully, but with this Carter 5 situation, I think that my brother needs to move on from that body of work, because the same thing is happening with the Carter 5 that happened with 3. Remember? Like, it leaked a bunch of times. He basically had re-recorded it.
Yeah.
But, to get back to this, we're just talking about influences, man, but I want to go into producers. Do y'all work with multiple producers, or is there like one that y'all like working with more than others? And what's it like, getting it in with a producer on like one track? You know what I'm saying? I mean, on one series of tracks, as opposed to different beats from different dudes.
I mean, well, first off, I like to work with multiple producers. You know what I mean? Just catch a different sound, catch a different vibe with people, man. You don't want to just stick into like one thing or whatever. But I mean, it just really depends. Like recent, like how we doing it already. Like we haven't really got in the studio and had somebody making a beat, you know what I mean? Other than, like, they came to our crib and we made the beats with them.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, my homie Mike, that's M. Beats.
Mike, what up?
Shout out M. Beats.
Shout out to Mike Minor, man.
Is that the Instagram?
Yeah. Well, Mike Minor Beats, I think, is.
Mike Minor Beats. Shout him out.
MikeMinorBeats.com. Go on there, look up some beats and stuff. Yeah, we do stuff with him. And then, man, his cousin, JP. Make beats
Grinding
and stuff
in the lab,
too.
JP.
In the lab.
I feel like when black people do stuff, there's always one cousin involved.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the family like
yeah. Even the Migos, all the niggas
like,
related.
The family is here for sure.
Matter of fact, he did a lot of production on Wintertime in Georgia, my last project.
Yo, that
he's
shit slaps.
Yeah, that nigga.
He did like Single Forever and like the really, really crazy.
So he's y'all's in-house producer, so to speak.
One of them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So
I feel like we got about four. Like, shout out to Gutsy too, man. I'm Gutsy on this project. DJ
shout out
Gutsy.
What's that?
Gutsy on there as well, man. Mike, JP.
Yeah, Street Sound.
Street,
Produced by Street.
Okay.
What's up, man?
So, like, those are y'all's producers. Do you try to get music? Do y'all try to get beats from each one on each project, or is it more like, I'm gonna do this one with Gutsy, I'm gonna do this one with How do y'all pick?
At first, I was thinking about doing something like that, but now, like, I'm just more on freelance. Just however I feel. Like, whenever they want to send beats, like, that's how it comes.
Okay.
As well. So, like, I actually produced one of these songs on my next project too. So, like, I've actually started.
How'd it come out?
Into it, man.
Nice.
I like the way it sounded. Like,
what was that like? Had you ever made beats before? And like,
nah,
I made beats that were trash. If I know, like, real talk, like,
yo, it started off trash.
I have 40 loops. I made some boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
For
that
sure.
shit started off extra trash, like.
And I think when they first dropped, everybody tried to download it and tried to play with it a little.
Oh,
bit.
hell
You know
yeah!
what I'm
Like,
saying?
because when you heard the Soulja Boy, his shit, you're like, well, fuck it.
I turn up the
I got one.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, what was that like? Making that beat, like, and like, what did you just decide one day I want to try rapping on my beat, or
Man, just like not having enough beats. Really, honestly, you just
and
get
beats
to that
cost
point.
money.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily that. Just
Not for
like,
my niggas.
Yeah. Nah, not that either though. But just like me only knowing my sound or how I want to take it too. You know what I mean? So that was just another point. Like, it's hard for me to explain to a producer what I want necessarily, like, in my mind personally. So I was just like, all right, let me try it, man.
I relate to that so crazy because I just met a guy that is able to kind of articulate what I like, and I've been playing around a little bit, really trying to find my voice. But I can but trying to describe. So really, in my head, like, I hear like the Rolling Stones Painted Black sample with like this going on, and then you're like making sound effects and shit. Whereas if you're making the beat, you just kind of
Yeah, what you want.
I see the
man.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it took a long. Hey, man, it took a long time, man. Like for real. And I only made one good beat. Nigga. Like, well, I made maybe like three, man, maybe like three. But like, nah, like.
Yeah.
Right.
They got some fire shit, though, but like y'all so growing too, like, you know what I'm saying?
So, Derrick, I wanted to ask you, what was the biggest difference in recording Wintertime with Georgia and your first one?
The difference. Let's see. The difference was I recorded a lot of 92 to Forever, which is that first project I released. 92 to Forever was the first project I released.
All on Spotify, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Deezer, you know, however you find music is there.
I even seen a nigga with some CDs at the gas station walking up like, oh, hey, yo, you like hip hop?
Yeah, that's Seis, nigga. But no, on some real shit, 92 to Forever, obviously I had mixtapes and singles and freestyles. I dropped a lot of those before that project, but that was the first one I released. And the difference between both of them is I recorded 92 to Forever, a lot of that, like, in my actual crib where I lived at the moment. Like, you know, I was living by myself in a one-bedroom. I started recording some of those songs, and then, you know, me and my homies, him, and another one of my homies got a 3-bedroom, and I recorded a lot of those songs there. Like, you know, mix most of that shit myself. Like 80% of that I mixed and mastered myself.
Wow, so the mixing and mastering, was that a challenge? And like, did you, during that process, how did you control quality? Like, as you are, because like I'm dealing with that now, editing my own podcast and like really trying to make sure that the audio is quality. How did you ensure quality control with that?
What I did was listen to other people's songs and try to get them to sound just like theirs, or like I know what was good and what's bad. You know what I'm saying? So like I didn't know what I was doing or how to do it, but I know like I can play with this, and if it sound good, I was running with it. A lot of time, and a lot of time I spent a lot of time on YouTube, like learning the shit, like trying to figure it out too.
Man, shout out to YouTube as a real learning tool for individuals that did not go to school for sound design.
Because you gotta think about it, it costs to go to school for sound design.
Man, let me tell you.
And on top of that, you gotta think it costs for studio time.
That's why that's why I'm doing it out the house. Yeah. Like, even this setup right here, learning how to get it, that's been a process, but it's been a rewarding one. Because, like, with making a beat and with mixing and mastering, you're adding a skill to your skill set.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, you want to have different darts or different arrows in your quiver. Yeah. I was trying to say some Wu-Tang shit. Yeah. It didn't come out like some Wu-Tang shit.
Nah, that's real shit.
So, man, if there's anybody, like, on the producer side and on the artist side that y'all would love to work with, you know.
I would love to work with. I want to work with Pharrell, of course.
I mean,
I know that.
I was trying to think of the one. I'm trying to think of one person for you.
Though, I just want them shoes, B. So Pharrell, okay. But do you want a beat? Do you want a hook? Like, what kind of Pharrell do you want? Because do you want the goddamn trap Pharrell, or do you want?
I want that goddamn front. Excuse me, Miss Pharrell. That's what I need.
Okay, you want that? Okay,
I need that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
You want that bag Pharrell?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
That okay? I would.
But Timbaland for sure. You know, I fuck with Timbo.
Really?
And as far as artists go, man,
I think I'm one of the few who is. I respect Timbaland as an incredible producer, but I'm somewhat underwhelmed by him as of late. You know, and maybe I need to hear more things. But I feel like he's made lots of party records with Justin Timberlake. Haven't been bad. Yeah. But what about Timbaland from a hip hop perspective makes him stand out? Was it the Timbaland and Magoo stuff? Is it the stuff he did with Missy? Is it?
Missy Aaliyah, but
Whole stuff.
yeah, a lot of shit. But
I forgot about
shit,
the whole
He did,
most of the shit was
he did a lot of Magna Carta stuff.
See,
And by the way,
And them beats was
Magna Carta was like that shit.
them beats
yo,
was
Magna Carta was
crazy.
dope. Yes.
The beats were
People-
just
people sleep
crazy.
on that
You fucking with Magna over
yeah.
40 over
Yes.
444?
Yeah.
Beats wise,
Matter of
yeah.
fact-
Message wise,
I just want to say
you know?
this. Right now, it's a tie between Reasonable Doubt and Magna Carta. Like, as far as like, his best albums.
he,
real shit.
he be saying this, right?
Yo, so like he said that shit in the microphone. I'm trying to wipe that. I'm trying to get the
Man, I'm
fire
telling
off
you,
this
man.
motherfucker.
Magna Carta, like, it really took me to a whole, yeah.
Salute the hot take.
Now, for real, Magna Carta really helped me out as an artist to grow. Like, man, it just that really another project that changed my life for real. Like hearing that shit, I was like, man, this is some of the best music ever. And like the shit he was talking about, like, was already on some 444 shit. Like he was already on that.
Us. Yeah.
He was already on that, but people wasn't ready for it. Then he dropped 444 and everybody fucked with that. But he was on that same shit, Magna Carta, real talk.
But see, with Magna Carta, I like Magna Carta a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and that actually is one of my favorite Jay-Z songs. Three. Yeah, no, like, now come to think of it, that whole album,
Yeah,
'cause
that
I
whole
bought
album
I bought it on
That one
iTunes.
crazy, man. It's just
Like-
sneak up on you for real. That one like that
Heaven.
one slip on.
Heaven,
Heaven's
the beat and like the breakdown at the end.
Like if I can have all those beats without Hove on them,
Oh no! Like I have thought, like I've been running and heard that Heaven shit come on and like run that extra point two, 0.3.
Fuck up
Man.
this world. Like,
Oh,
damn,
fuck up the
come on.
world.
Yeah, see, Timberland made that.
Yeah.
Timberland made that?
Yeah, fuck up this world. Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be crazy.
See.
You know, like, yeah, that's
Fuck up the word.
Yeah.
And
Snapped on all
the
that.
joint with Frank Ocean.
Oh shit, I was about to say
It's
Ocean's,
joints.
man.
It's joints on that.
Like,
Speaking
man,
of Frank Ocean, man,
like the shit they
can
was
we get
talking
some
about.
more music?
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
man.
for sure,
Man,
for
come
sure.
on, man. Frank, man.
Please,
You already know, man.
please.
Frank the legend, man. Like,
Yeah.
he can come out whenever he want, man. He can drop
Tyler
10 years
creators,
from now,
stay
5
dropping
years from
music,
now.
and I would
Yeah,
like to shout out
Thanks.
Tyler, but I would really prefer to hear my man's Frank.
That's what I love about Frank. He can just drop whenever he.
Whenever he wants.
He's got his fan base like where niggas gonna whenever he come out, they coming out, and that's what it is. Like, and
So, my bad. Go ahead.
and that's how I really want to do shit. Whenever I just drop, and y'all niggas gonna really fuck with it. And then I'm just gonna kind of just back off and do my thing, drop some videos here and there. But I'll probably be more like the way my personality set up. I'm more goddamn hand to hand with people and shit like that, talking to people, chopping it up. So that's probably the only difference between that though.
So, Pharrell and Timbo, those some
But,
good ones.
yeah, but I definitely need some I need some real Pete Rocky type shit, some fucking MF Doom type shit.
Some premier. Oh, some MF Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Premier type shit. That's what I love. I love
That would be-
shit. I like that type of shit. Like,
You
know what I'm saying?
have to come with some shit for an MF Doom beat.
Yeah.
It's like 6 different cadences and melodies you have to come. Yeah, wow.
I like that type of shit.
So,
As far as artists go,
yeah, artists, man.
now, man, I want to work with fucking. I love to do some records with Schoolboy.
Schoolboy is one of my favorite rappers of all time, man. Shout out Schoolboy Q. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Puffy, nigga, what's up?
For real. Schoolboy Q, Sade.
Yeah, I got to see her in concert.
Man, you a lucky motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
No,
Sade and Prince, brother. I've been
Damn,
blessed
you
with some
seen Shady for
shows.
the-
Yeah.
But I think, like, to be real though, I think like I really want to do something with Cole though. I love
Cole.
to do some shit with Cole for sure.
That was up, man. This album, I've been sleeping on Cole for quite a minute, for quite a while.
Yeah.
Never doubted his lyrical talent. He was just a guy that didn't reach me,
No, dude.
And I heard this album the day it came out. My brother put me on, and it was a cool experience to have with him because we share music. I put him on Tribe. And so Tribe was one of his favorite groups and my favorite groups. We that's one thing that we'll always have in common. But he put me on this Cole, and I just listened with an open mind. And this motherfucker is snapping. Oh my God. Yeah,
man.
cold.
Now you got to go to the old shit, man.
Yeah. No, now I have to go check out the other stuff.
Man.
Because
now
now
you go to the old stuff, you just gonna be
my
like,
mind
wow,
is
man,
right.
he was-
I can really, I
he
can
was
hear
fucking
him now.
spazzing.
Yeah.
like for
That
real.
whole shit gonna change.
So
your
what
life.
about you, Dane?
For real, man. As far as like producers, like I definitely fuck with the Timbaland situation. Like Timbaland is like making some nice beats. I like boom bap stuff too though. So like I'm like a rest in peace Jay Dilla. Like I'm like a Jay Dilla.
Man,
I'm
donuts.
a huge Jay Dilla
Straight
fan.
up
Like
Jay
I'm a
Dilla.
huge Farside fan too. So like you know what I mean. Like
For sure.
Jay Dilla, like everything, man. Beats like drop and stuff. Like I need those beats like ASAP.
We was definitely
Q-Tip,
hitting the
I need
same
a
way.
beat. Like Q-Tip
Yeah,
still
Q-Tip.
making beats on the
Yeah,
low
yeah,
too.
yeah,
I need a beat,
Q-Tip.
real talk.
Bro.
That's what I need a beat from.
Hold on,
Q-Tip.
real quick. Did y'all ever see? There's footage of Q-Tip showing how he
Did the sample?
yeah,
On the shit, yeah.
And
That was
he's like
on the thing. I saw it. It
the
was
Tribe Called Quest documentary that
yeah,
Beck
the Tribe Called
Rapport
Quest,
made.
yeah.
That nigga
I saw that.
so
I saw that
talented,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Oh
He was
my
like,
God.
he used to go to the record companies and shit, or the record stores, and come back.
That
Take a
nigga
little
so
sample off the
talented.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah, that shit was good.
Tip.
And, you know,
Vibrant Thing was one of my first. Like,
Okay.
I like how like
You know what? That's
I like
crazy. I was just
unconventional
talking
sound.
to somebody about that song. Like, that's a really dope ass song. Like,
Yeah, because it's not really a rap song,
Yeah.
but it's got that. I don't know, man. Q-Tip be making some other shit.
He do, bro. That
That
nigga, and man,
some other shit.
I really did. I really was influenced by Tribe too, man. Like for real, like just the way they beats was just the vibe they was going for. It was just like some cool ass shit, man. Like,
Tribe took me to another place as a kid. Like I didn't live in New York, but like I felt like man, like it I wasn't even I came up in the 90s, but I was a child. But I still it gave me the feeling of like Yo MTV Raps. I don't know, like
you know what? You know what? You know one song that give me that New York feel, like I'm like in New
What's
York, like One Love Nas.
yeah.
Like hearing that shit, I be feeling like I'm in New York. Like,
I feel
you know
like
what I'm
all of
saying?
Illmatic, you can just like
Yeah, a lot of Illmatic. Yeah.
But like the most New York record to me is a Diplomatic Community. Like as far as it made me feel New York coming up was Diplomatic Community.
I feel you.
Cause
And
like oh man,
shout out to them, but like I didn't really get on their wave like that.
For real?
You know what I'm saying?
hold on.
Not
Shout out Killer
not
Cam.
music wise, you know what I mean? Like
I felt
you
their
know,
presence everywhere else. And
I just always like the lines Cam would drop. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the computers to Putin. Like my man has bars.
That nigga was really
Yeah,
good.
He's one of them cats like Lil
Miss
Piggy.
Piggy, Miss Jiggy, Pinky Ring.
Yeah, he used to say like funny bars. I remember he says the shit like
He gonna suck
tell
it and
Beyonce Kelly Rowland. I was like, man, this man's stupid. Like he says bars like that, you know what I mean? Well, I fuck with Cam though. Like Cam, like
But he
he
got
he
some
real
joints
vulgar
like
in
you
himself.
want
Like,
What
Yeah,
means the
words
world
like
to you?
marry
You
me.
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Oh, he definitely got some shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't listen to it a lot, you know what I
feel
mean?
you.
My favorite Cam
like
record is
growing
Sucker
up.
Than Not.
See, yeah, and see, I like flagrant MCs like
yeah, okay,
Max
yeah,
B.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even Max B's laugh is abrasive. That free Max B.
Yeah, Free Max.
Yeah, man.
For real.
He ain't got too much on, right?
No, I mean, I don't know. I heard they gave him 75 years, bruh.
I thought he gonna be coming home soon. Those Frenchmen.
I would love for him to come home soon because French Montana out here getting money. I feel like Max B would be one of the biggest artists in the world.
Everybody says that.
Him
I
and
gotta
him
go
and
see
Mac
it.
Dre. Him and Mac Dre would like if they were able to continue making music, would be the biggest artists ever. Ever. I'm telling you. So my thing about being in the studio that is kind of difficult that I've realized is first realizing that you can do multiple takes and not putting too much pressure on one. But like, what are some challenges y'all have in the studio?
I have a problem with like writing songs in the studio, like just off the fly like that. I'm trying to get better with that. Like usually I create my songs like by myself and I plan them, grow them, you know, until they're ready to actually be laid down. Like I actually practice them a lot before I even go to the studio.
Yeah.
Some people that go to the studio can freestyle a song, go to the studio, wrait a verse, but like
That shit is incredible. Like how I hear about Young Thug working,
Yeah.
and that shit is just like that weird focus. So you kind of have to sit with a song,
Yeah, I gotta see.
and then
what
like
song.
kind of get it to where you kind of like have that ready to
no, don't
get
me wrong,
out.
like it's sometimes I might write a song and I really feeling it, shit just come out real quick. I can write a song quick, but most of the time it takes a while for me to finish songs.
Okay, word. So you would look at that as a challenge.
As far as going into the studio, because I know like when I start collabing with people,
You want you got to be able to have a 16 ready right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, which I can do it. Don't get me wrong, I can do it, but like I feel more confident in like preparing myself and know how I'm going to go with my tone of voice, or how I want to say this, or what I'm gonna do here, or how I want to change the beat or some shit and make it like actually fit me. And you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you for giving us a peek into, one of the the work side. You know what I'm saying? Like the work of improving yourself. I feel like that's the work.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Dane?
Definitely, man. For me, like I do kind of similar. I mean, I write all my stuff beforehand. And another reason, like I had started doing that too, is just because we was, paying for studio time at the time too. So we don't want to waste, you don't want to waste your time, your money, your energy even, So shit, if I get 2 or 3 hours, I want to do 2 or 3 songs. Like that's just, what I'm saying. I want to be able to, put out the mass work that I can. So I have my shit already written, performed. I've performed it about 30, 40 times already. Like I know how I want to say it. So then I just come to the studio, bam, I'm dropping 3, 4 tracks like each time, trying to just do everything like, in sync and stuff like that. Like, I mean, eventually, I want to have my own studio set up, and I want to be able to just come in. Like, I might not write as much just because I'm gonna like have the studio there. So it's like, because I do freestyle a lot, you know what I mean?
So the way you record is kind of tied to the fact that you still have to pay for good studio time.
Yeah. So it's still like a constraint on me.
Studio, so this is how I'm gonna do it while I'm there.
Yeah,
whereas if you had the ability to just create in the studio.
Yeah, who knows what, what I'm saying?
Right.
I could drop, 50, 60 songs at that point or whatever. Because, I mean, it's weird because my writing process still is like a freestyle process. Like, it'll be like, all right, I'll be rapping. Like, if I'm trying to figure out some shit, then I'll keep these 4 bars here. You know what I mean? And then I'll try to like rap, just rap it and then, freestyle it and see how the fuck I'm gonna do it. And then sometimes bars come out like, that way. So it just depends. Like, it's real sporadic, man. But as far as like the studio and shit like that too, man, it's just like, it's like as far as like the complications of it, you just want everything to be perfect, man. Like with you being an artist and you making the song, you know what I'm saying, you making the melody for the beat, like it's just everything, like you just want everything to sound like you hear it in your head. So like that's the big thing, like when recording, because I remember like when we first started recording, it was like, you know what I'm saying, it sounded alright, you know what I'm saying, but it didn't sound like next level, like how we wanted it to sound, you know what I mean, and that's, could be with the engineering and all kind of stuff like that, but that's just, how do you just keep going, man, you gotta keep going, and that's how you progress, honestly, man, just, keep listening to new shit, keep going in, man.
Yo, that's some game. I like how you turned that, you started with a challenge and then turned it into, like the way that you're gonna work around that. That's dope. Yeah. So tell me, so both of y'all, man, tell me how Seis Figures came together, and like how that became a collective and who else is in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me the low damn.
Alright, Seis Figures is a lifestyle, man, and it came together because how this came like this. We was in high school, right? Me and my dog, we grew up together, known him since like middle school. So we all been like in music, doing songs. Like I kind of always was like more artist, like trying to make music as well. But it all started to make sense like end of high school when we was in like juniors and seniors and stuff like that. We started rapping, and the thing about it, it was a lot of my homies in like one group, and we went by 6 figures, and me and Dane came up to the A and kept doing music, and we just kind of stayed with the names 6 figures, but the thing about it, we knew that it's definitely probably a 6 figures out there already, a company and a label.
Yeah.
So we wanted to add our own sauce to it. I think like he was like one day like just said Seis, and We ran with that shit. Like that shit it's just different. It's just different, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we switched it, and from it being just about like having money or it just thinking about money to just all our lifestyle and how we kick shit and just the way we live and our perspective and just being free. You know what I'm saying? Doing for self and being your own boss. Do it yourself type shit. You know.
So basically, you know, it started off being about getting Skrilla, and then it ended up being about abundance of all types.
Facts. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, the first tape we made was the Cake Box and the Broke Below.
Say that again.
It was called The Cake Box and the Broke Below. It was like a parody off of Outkast. Speak about
it
was like The Cake Box and the Broke Below. Like we was just talking about money and shit. Niggas was flexing like hell, like shit funny as hell, man. Like just where you come from and shit. Like, but yeah, man. Seis just like it started off a lot of things, man. But yeah, like he said, 6 figures, man, in Macon. Like we had a couple of homies in it or whatever. Then like everybody kind of stopped. Like I even stopped. Like you know what I mean. Like making music for a while, and he was just making music. You know, he was doing stuff. Doing stuff under Dunk Dog and stuff like that.
Dunk Dog.
Yeah, Dunk Dog in this motherfucker.
Everybody has a rap name before the rap name.
Yeah, man.
I had a couple of them.
Sandman for me, goddamn.
Sandman.
Yeah,
what about your old
Sandman.
rap name? Let's hear him, bro.
We got Dunk Dog. We got Young Infamous.
Young Infamous.
Yeah, Young Infamous. I was
You
Young
had a
Infamous.
young name.
Yeah.
At least like I feel like at least as long as your name wasn't Pussy Bacon like Ugly God, you good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ugly God. Speaking of dudes who be producing their own shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm fucking your bitch in the water.
Right.
No, shut up.
Water.
Shut up, God.
For real. Thou shalt not covet other men's women, but shout out Ugly God for having a beautiful woman. Damn. And it seems like I think they've been together for some years or whatnot. Shout out to that.
Hey man, that's what it's about, man. That's at least half of what it's about.
So one thing I wanted to ask, one is about the logo. So who came up with it, and what has it been like? Kind of getting your merch game going, like as far as like printing T-shirts and like finding affordable ways to produce it and filling orders and whatnot. What's that been like as an independent artist?
Man, that's like been like a whole different beast in itself, honestly, man. Like it's been like, you learn so much about it. Like we didn't really like know how we wanted to go about doing it first. Like the first thing we did was the hats. We did the hats first.
I was peeping that hat. You know what I'm
saying? We bought like 50 hats. Just got blank hats or whatever. Then we went to my man Kenny T's. Shout out to Kenny T's. He in Castleberry right now, and they embroidered 50 hats. Okay. 50 hats for us. Like we both like combo did the logo. Like I think he got the font for it or whatever. And then it was like, hell yeah, we fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? It looked nice and shit. So then we like put it up on like.
I'm rocking a shirt right now.
Yeah,
where can we find these?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Hold on. Where can we find these motherfuckers?
Oh, man. SaySense92.com, man. You can definitely go in there right now. Shop now. Get a t-shirt. Find me, man. Hit me up. Dame Peas _ Like, we there. Derrick Duncan, man. Hit him up as well. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's SEISSINCE92.com.
Since 92.
Since 92, man. 1992, man. Shout out to that.
That was a great year, man.
But yeah, so yeah, that's the first thing we did. We got 50 hats. We got them embroidered, and we just started like selling them. It was like, all right, cool. We finna just, sell them real quick. Blah, blah, blah.
That's when the girl, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pause when the booty pic come through.
Yeah. You see that?
Yeah, I would say, he did come. He came through. But yeah, man. So we did that. So then next was like, all right, what we gonna do next? Like, so then it just basically became, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was like the whole thing. It was like, shit, man, it's our label. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's our thing. We can do anything. So now we just started making chokers, putting Seis on it. Yeah, like, man, bracelets, anything.
You gotta get
shirts.
The panties with the little Seis.
Oh, man, like everything. Like, yeah. Like, Seis up on it. Like,
I don't know what it is about.
We got some stuff.
I don't know what it is about branding, but like, that's my favorite part of branding. Yeah. I want to put it on booties.
Yeah, or just, put it anywhere. Like, for real. That's one thing I noticed too. I was like, damn, man, like, I'm finna get like a car decal. Like, just put it everywhere. Just, like, everywhere, man. Put a poster up. Like,
that's dope.
just anywhere you can put it, like, honestly. But now we're actually in the process of manufacturing our own stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got machines. And I actually made that shirt right there. Made that bitch. Like,
that's super dope.
Yeah, made the vinyl myself.
High quality. Yeah, I like this.
Press that bitch. Like, yeah, man. Like, we ready. Like, got the heat press and, like, a little vinyl silhouette maker or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So to take like a little half step back, so are there any other labels that you look to, not for inspiration, but like you observe their moves, you know, as a smaller label that's gotten bigger, and do you all record together?
All right, Rockefeller. OPM.
Really? Rockefeller,
OPM.
even with the way they ended?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they got there. You know what I mean? You want to see the process of actually them getting there.
That's true.
But for me,
and your name Dame, so
yeah,
my son has cookies.
we got Rockefeller, Organized Noise, OPM for me. Shout out to Dom.
Yeah, OPM. Dom.
That's crazy. Y'all not saying a label that like I would have thought y'all looked to.
And who's that?
TDE.
They signed.
TDE, but no, they're signed, but they still even operate like independent.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
and shout out to them.
And I just mean like the way that they record with their like their artists record with each other sometimes, but it's not forced. Like everybody wants a Black Hippie album, but they still are focused on. Like, I love that, like, when people are like, Kendrick, and then Punch would be like, no, fuck that. It's time for y'all to digest the Schoolboy Q album. Then, fuck that. It's time, Ab-Soul needs to get his out. And then, J-Rock's time. So, that's the only reason why. Just because they do things so well.
Whenever we record, we in the studio together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we rock out. I think the only thing... yeah, like that's how we kick it. Like if he have a session, I'm pretty much there. If I have a session, he checking it out.
So can we look forward to a Seis Figures EP?
Well, we dropped
we did drop the joint.
The joint EP is a
what's that called?
A smoke EP. The joint EP.
THAJOINT.
The joint.
Yeah, the joint.
Yeah, the joint
EP.
EP.
Like we joined it together, and you know.
Okay.
Play on that.
It's a smoke EP, and I know you love that. You gotta check it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. And is it? Do you all call yourselves a different group within Seis Figures, or is it Dane P and Derrick Duncan present?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And is there a reason that you haven't adopted Seis Figures is the crew name? Why is it not the group name?
Because it's like
because we're still independent artists,
right?
You know what I mean? Like we still want to come out with solo albums as well, and still be Seis Figures. Like we can come out with joint albums as well. You know what I'm saying? Do both. But we still want to be able to express.
I was just curious, title wise, like you got Sway Lee and Slim Jenny who just put out their solo shit, but they're also Ray Shrimmer.
Yeah,
like
true.
So it's just an interesting choice to maintain. It's a unique choice to use your solo names, and still use Seis Figures, not as the group name, but as like the collective, like Funk Volume. There's never been a Funk Volume album, but they all down or were all down. R.I.P. That was a very fire group of individuals. Love me some Busy Rascal. So what projects do you like? What are we working on now, guys? What can we look forward to? You know?
Well, right now I'm working on a new project. Last year around this time I dropped Winter Time in Georgia, but
I remember.
Yeah, so right now I'm working on my next project. I'll go ahead and get y'all the title too, because I don't have nothing to hide. As soon as it's done,
Breaking news.
I'm dropping it out.
Bullet.
As soon as it's done, I'm dropping it. I'm not, promoting it. I'm just dropping it, releasing as soon as it's done. But my next project will be called You Wouldn't Understand.
Wait. Say that one more time again for the fans. Lean in a little bit.
Yeah, my next project is going to be called You Wouldn't Understand.
You Wouldn't Understand. Right here, you heard it first. That's what's up. And is that going to be all you? Any features we can look forward to?
If any features, it'd probably just only be from Dane P.
Dope. That was up. Keeping it in-house, you know what I'm saying? Thorough.
For sure.
So, what about you, Dane? What we got? What we got on deck?
New project. It's called Making It. Man.
Making It.
It's called Making It, man. It's just about everything, man. It's about making it. It's about Macon, Georgia. It's just about like making it.
Making it.
To
Okay.
yourself.
I like that.
It's just about everything. Like it's just like just me right now. Like I like to do stuff like how I'm feeling right now at the time or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
It's like my first project was Operation Pass, Progressing and Surviving Society. I'm trying to progress. I was trying to get better. And the next one was The Only. I was like by myself at the time. You know what I mean? Or feeling like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just on a whole different wave. And now, man, we here to making it, man. We like, you know, we actually doing something, man. We actually, you know, ready for the next step, and ready to fully make it, man. But on this project, man, it's I ain't gonna give y'all the date on it, but it's
I was
coming.
just about to ask for the date.
It's coming very soon, though. It's actually I can't tell y'all that it will be in the summertime, though.
All right, so we got Making It from Dane P coming in the summertime, and we got one more time. You wouldn't understand. From my man Derrick Duncan coming. Do we have a date, or we just gonna surprise him with that?
We're gonna drop it, man, whenever it's done.
Okay,
So
bet.
It'll be soon, but it's definitely coming this year. I'll tell you that for sure. And very soon. You know what I'm saying? Like we're working on videos now. As you know, like I know the other day I showed you and your brother Dame's video. The Sex Sales we about to release.
Yeah. I was fucking with that. Yo, look out for that video, y'all. Directed by my man Derrick Duncan.
No, shot by me. Directed by Dame.
Okay.
Directed by
Dame.
Six Figures did it all.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's all
no,
they need to
Six
know.
Figures
Six
production. I like
For
that.
sure,
Okay.
For sure, we do it like that.
So before we get up out of here, guys, like one thing that I ask everyone on this podcast is, you know what I'm saying, give us one piece of game that helps y'all move forward and strive. And it don't have to be in music, just one thing that you want to give to the world, man. For now, because we all developing.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
And fuck bitches, man. For real.
And fuck them bitches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Please do that. And respect these bitches, too. Women.
For sure.
Women.
Fuck them and respect them, man. Please.
You ain't gonna
Right.
get many bitches not
Please.
respecting them. Keep it
Right.
G.
Oh, keep it G. Man, it's 2018. We gotta respect these women out here, man. So what about you, Dane? Give us a little jewel.
Man, I'll just say, man, going off his believe, man, believe in your belief. Like, man, just whatever you believe, man, that's just true. Like, for real. Like, just whatever the fuck you believe in, man. If you believe in it hard enough, that's just true.
That's what's up, man. I believe in that too. Manifestation. That's real.
It's just whatever, like, for real, man.
So, you know, thanks for coming through and chopping it up with me, guys.
Seis Figures Company, Mac.
And so, yeah, real quick, give everybody your ads. Where can they find you on social media?
Yo. This is Derrick Duncan. Derrick with 2 R's. Search Chiefington. You can find me at Derrick Duncan, DerrickDuncan _ on everything. That's Derrick with 2 R's, DerrickDuncan, DUNCAN _ And for the ladies, y'all can follow me on Snap, DDunk478, DDUNC478.
He does accept the nudes, ladies.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, man. And me, man, you know, Dame Peas, DAMEPEEZ _ And also, man, follow the Seis Figures page.
For sure.
SEISFIGURES, man. Seis Figures.
Visit our website, www.seisince92.com. That's www.seisince92.com. Seis.
Hey, man, this has been the Seis Figures interview, and this is Blank as Life, the podcast where we talk about what makes you tick. Be easy, y'all.